to get it and to see it?
Oh, it's great. I mean, when they came in and told me that Dante got hurt warming up, I was like, all right, and challenged Nate, and he did a great job. I thought he and Quincy stepped up. Nate with 13 rebounds. Quincy got 6, but he kept a couple alive for us. And Nate with the 4 block shots. He led us in deflections. So he led us in rebounds, deflections, block shots. His activity, was really good. Swears he didn't say nothing on the technical, just rejoiced. And but other than that, I just thought he did a great job.
Coming off the foot injury, being in the starting lineup the last 4 games now, his play has been better and his shooting percentages have been good. What does this start to look like over the next month, Dana, in terms of if he can keep this going and what that changes for you?
Well, just his activity there, really helped us. But I tell you what it shows is, if he works at it, his potential, if he builds his body, and because he has a nice touch, his instincts are good, he's so long, but he's got a lot of work to do in the weight room. But just right now, just playing hard and using that length, really was the factor tonight. Again, with the deflections and the 4 blocks. Colorado's really good at the rim. You look at their stats, and I thought Nate challenged. Not only did he block 4, but he challenged a lot more, and really got over there and helped. So there's no doubt, without his performance tonight, we don't get it done. He was really good, and Keyshawn stepped up and hit some shots. Quincy stepped up and hit some shots, but Nate was the determining factor.
You challenged Nate, and Quincy, you mentioned the other day, I think maybe not taking too many threes, and he got to the rim a few times tonight. I mean, do you feel like some buttons you've been trying to push lately, you got through this, guys?
Well, I'm not making any bold predictions, but it's good to see them, play to their strengths a little bit. Quincy takes 11 shots, and 8 of them are inside the 3, rather than 8 threes and 3 inside. You've got to make decisions, and he used his athleticism. He got to the rim, shot a couple free throws. So, I hope that he sees that, he feels it, and we'll definitely show him film tomorrow, to show him what he did. And same way with Nate, sliding over, leaving his man to go help his teammates. And we had a few real nice crackdowns when they did rotate over. Colorado went small on us, which gave us some problems. They did the same thing at their place, which gave us some problems. But no, they only shot 36% from the field. Them and us are the 2 worst free throw shooting teams in the league, and they shoot 92% and we shoot 80. So we both shot a lot better than what we've been shooting at.
A couple times they got the lead down to 1 possession, sometimes even 1 point. You guys were able to build things back up. Do you feel like it was just the difference for you?
Well, I think it was a 2-point, 57-55. I think Will got to the rim a couple times. Our turnovers, it looked like we've never seen a press. Guys really stand straight up and down, weren't moving very well. We didn't execute there. But, no, I can't remember the exact sequence, but I know it was 57-55. I think Will got a couple buckets. Luke Ward got a couple big ones somewhere in there. Again, I don't know the exact. But they did get it down to 2, and we did hit free throws. Waldo missed 1, but Tremaine went 4 for 4, and we finished there.
What is the status of Dante?
Don't know. He tweaked a knee, in warm-ups. So I'm sure they'll check him out tomorrow. And Dante's a tough young man. If he can go, he'll go. I don't have any doubts about that.
Is that the knee he had?
I don't even know. I don't even know which one it was. I'll have to check. I didn't see, I was giving him a hard time before. Clumsy tripping in layup line, probably not a good way to start. So, but, I didn't even check with Clay or anything. I'm sure they'll do some tests yet tonight or tomorrow morning.
You've won 3 out of 4 now. Is there any sense of kind of overall momentum, big picture momentum?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to have to check their temperature. It doesn't matter, what I think. It kind of matters what they think. And, but this was a big game. Just simply, if Colorado would have swept us, tiebreakers and everything else, we just got to play the games as they come. Try to finish as high as we can. Do the best we can. We've got 10 games in we're halfway through, 6-4. We're going to have to do better in the second half. But we've got everybody who's ahead of us, so we have our chance. We got to get better. We got to play better. We got to be tougher. But everybody that's ahead of us, we play yet, so we'll have our opportunities.
Utah's one of those teams. They're second in the conference too. Just your thoughts on the rematch with them and what they've been doing since we played them.
Well, I'm sure they'll be fired up. We got them at their place, and I'm sure they'll be ready to go. If they get the threes going, if they get you on the boards, that's been a determining factor for them. When they rebound, they're really tough to beat. So we're going to have to get them on the boards and locate their three-point shooters. But we'll have a tough game at 5 o'clock on Saturday. I don't have any doubts about that. If they win tonight,
They're playing right now.
USC beat UCLA, I heard. So if they win tonight, they'll be half a game behind UCLA, out of first. So they'll come in here really fired up, and we're going to have to play really good.
Stylistically, Dana, because go back like 4 years ago, you guys got that run together. You started to lineup-wise, things started to click, etc. Stylistically, is this sort of the model? The sticking true to the tenets of defense and keeping it under 40, and may not be the sexiest if you can't necessarily get the three-point shooting there and the offense going. But if this is the way, if this is the model to do this over the next 10 games, to have that success, is this the way it's going to have to be?
It's always been the model. I think we talked about it last time. We hold somebody under 70, we win 90% of the time. We out-rebound somebody, we win 90% of the time. It's like I said, it's not rocket science. We've got to play hard. We've got to out-rebound people. We turn the boards. We out-rebound them 4. We got out-rebounded 18 at their place. We had 36 deflections tonight at their place. We didn't even get to 20. So it's just a different team here tonight. And so we're going to have to really take it to another level against Utah. We're going to have to beat them on the boards. We're going to have to be more physical, have to really guard because they can really score. So it will be, got a tough stretch coming up here with them and Arizona schools. So it's one game at a time and try to get Dante healthy and go swing away.
You talked about Quincy staying ready, even though he was moved to the bench after practice. You talked about that. Why do you think he was able to come in this spot and produce such a good game tonight?
Because I think, he was thinking about that. He knew that he really wasn't playing well. He got that first shot down against their zone, got to the boards a little bit, mentioned the drives, the post-ups. So he stayed ready, and that's what you expect. He's a good young man. He's a talented kid. You expect him to stay ready, and he did. And again, like Luke War, hadn't been playing much, but I thought he gave us some really good minutes. So, guys are going to have to stay ready and do what they can to help us.